Hey guys, welcome back to Welding with Mr. Sapano. On today's lesson, we are going to be using gas metal arc welding. We're going to be welding a fillet weld, and this is going to be in the vertical up position. Okay. Now this is a little different than welding in the flat position, welding in the horizontal position. Our biggest culprit that we have here is working against gravity. Okay. So if we have the incorrect amperage or voltage and wire speed, then we're going to get a lot of bad stuff that's going to happen. Okay, so first thing, we are going to set our machine to about 18 or 19 volts and 215 to 230 inches a minute. Right now my machine is set at 19 volts and 230 inches a minute. You want to have about a 3/8 of an inch visible stick out. Remember, that is not your contact tip to work distance, that is your visible stick out. So about 3/8 of an inch, and there are a few different manipulation techniques that can be used. One would be, like a half moon. So where I'm going to use this electrode for an example. So where you could do a half moon motion, okay? One would be a triangle type motion, so go across, up in the middle, come across, okay? You can just drag it up, you can run circles. I mean, really whatever is gonna be most comfortable for you to get the end result, okay? If you're making your weld and your puddle is coming out, then you need to adjust your voltage and your wire speed to allow for that to sit into your joint a little bit better. You need to spend more time on the toes of your weld rather than in the center of your weld as well. First thing we're going to do, like I always tell you guys, we want to clip our end out. That way we start with a nice new piece of wire. So we're going to go through, we're going to run our root pass. It's important that when we run this root pass, we are straight on. We're not facing one side or the other. We want to have that weld straight on, okay? So I'm going to make this root pass and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. In here. Now we have good tie-ins on our toes, okay, and this was just a manipulation from side to side, like a little U motion, okay. Now I could have spent just a little bit more time on the toes and a little bit less time across the center, but for the most part that's pretty good. Now next we're going to take this, and right where the toe of this weld touches this material, we're going to fire up our MIG gun and we're going to run right up this. We're going to take away half of this weld here, and then the other half of the weld is going to be on this plate. Okay, once again, we're going to clip, make sure that we have good ends that we're starting with. Now, instead of being at a 45-degree angle, which is, the joint is 90 degrees, so 45 would be splitting this in half, we're going to move over to about a 30 or so degree angle, working our way up. So we have weld number 2. We have gone up and we took away the right side of that first pass. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come right here with our pass number 3, and I'm going to tie this weld into this joint on this left side. We're going to go from that 30 or so degree angle that way. We're going to come back the opposite way, maybe a 70 or so degree. Okay, so we have pass number 3 here. A little bit of a better view. Notice how we have good tie-ins. Our beads are nice and flat across there. We don't have any big humps sticking out. Now, in order to finish this, I will start right here. We'll do a pass here, pass in the center, pass on the other side. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then continuing to work our way out. Now this material is about 3/8 of an inch thick, and we are actually sitting right at the temperature that we might want to cool that off. Okay, that last puddle there felt like it ran a little bit hot. So we're gonna go ahead and cool this off, and that'll be that.